And we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, South Florida, and hello, world. I'm Robert Henderson Jr., President, founder, CEO of the Henderson Financial Group, live here in the beautiful studios of the Henderson Financial Group, located here in Miami Lakes, Florida. And joining me here is my partner, my brother from another mother, Mr. James Wonderful T, joining me all the way. James, where you in? And where are you, James? In Jacksonville, right? Oh
Bill,
man,
man, coming from
where you coming from?
I'm in my cousin Edna. She has an office, man, set up here beautiful. Hey man, she's everything is immaculate, and I just don't want to touch anything or move anything out of the way. But no, but
Yeah.
she invited her lovely home, and I told her, I said at 9 o'clock, I said what we're gonna do is have a podcast. So if you hear any sounds of geese in the background, it's because they're in the lake.
Ah,
They're not.
that's good, man. Then we got a wonderful one. My sister-in-law, she jumping in, bro, man. She finally getting in. Say she's signing on. How you doing, sister-in-law?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good, 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 good. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you joining us today. You and your
Glad to be
you and
seen.
your little fluff on. Yeah. The Queen Victoria, Queen Linda. Boy, I tell you, Queen Linda, how you doing?
Everything is good. No drama. Great holiday. I love. I was just thinking about it, Robert. You were there. We had a great time. I love the Black experience during holidays, and I know drama transcends in all different ethnic groups, but it's something about a Black family drama. Something
Mm.
about how we do it, how we take it up a notch during the holidays, and I love it. I love it. You gotta love it.
You love when the family get
I'll tell
together.
you. Oh
Your
man, it's
uncle, your uncles,
guaranteed.
something always jump off, right?
It's a jump off, something always. But hey, that's family. James, you don't know if you want to be a Crip or Blood. You got on the blue and the red, huh? Scarves. I like it. I like it.
People who know that since Powers came out on show, hey, I stand with Springfield and ATL. So this every day I've been wearing. At night I do wash it out so it dries out so the next morning I can put it on. I had a young lady wait yesterday. She said, "Is that your flag?" I said, "Let me just explain."
James,
Mm.
your mic is
Oh,
going
he's
off.
kind of
I don't know why I
scrambling
don't know why your
there.
mic is going. I don't know why your mic is going in and out, James. I don't know why.
Oh,
It's kind of breaking up. Yeah.
Rob,
I
well,
I
maybe I'm not gonna be able to help with you guys because
no
I'm not
maybe
sure. I don't want to disturb it.
no, but I hear you loud and clear right there. Go ahead. Now,
Okay, then I'll
now
hold it in
James,
my
you
hand and do it this.
I don't know, but James, you were saying something about the scarf.
Yeah, the scarf is it represents Springfield and 80. Since it seems as though Haitian brothers and sisters, as we call them, have been attacked, I wanted to show my support. So that's what I'm doing. I'm wearing this flag.
And that's in Springfield,
Love it.
Ohio.
Yes,
Yeah, Springfield, Ohio, and the bad rumors that came out about them, and that's the brothers in
right. And
Springfield,
and
Ohio,
80.
and Haiti. In Haiti. Okay. I meant to
Okay.
ask you about that. I know you've been styling it for the last couple of times I've seen you. Yeah.
Oh, every day I wanted to do that. But hey, man, we're having a great holiday too, and that's the reason. And I apologize. I didn't bring all the equipment that I needed, but I wanted to be on anyway if I could. And I'll just observe you and Linda. She's looking beautiful. But we're up in Jacksonville, and we had a little family gathering too, Linda, and it was really nice. Really nice. My
No
nephew,
drama.
he
It's not a
decided.
real gathering unless there's a little bit of drama. No drama.
Actually, Linda, I'm too old to be in drama. Me and Robert, we don't deal in drama.
We still don't. Hey, like James, we don't swing at every ball. We don't. We let some balls just go by.
Oh my goodness. I hear you. I hear you.
Hey James, say it again, James. Tell them we don't deal in that drama. We like no.
Hey, Rob, that's for the stage. We just watch it. We deserve it.
We just look at it now. We may have voiceover in our head. We may be saying, look at this fool. But we ain't gonna say it out loud. Look at this fool. Look at this fool talking to me. We'll do a voiceover.
But you keep it in your head. Okay.
But it's in our head now. That thought is something else, boy. Woo! The power of thought. Nobody can mess with your thoughts. That's total freedom. You are free to say, think, do whatever you want to, and you can do it all within yourself. The power of thought is something else, you know. Well, I want to say, help, Mary. Good morning, everyone that's signing on. We got Brenda Brown. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Redhead. Islam, how you doing, Islam Gruber? We got Carol Miller signing on, and the gang's all filling in here. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I'm glad. I hope everybody came out safe and happy and had a good time with their families and loved ones. And some people just say they wanted to chill out alone. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you also. We got a great show lined up for you today. You know, James, I want to talk about Linda. I want to talk about two things. Or mainly it's one thing, and it's been circulating Instagram and on social media. You get a lot of people talking about some tax strategies, investment strategies. One of the things that I've been hearing a lot about and seeing people been asking about is trust, setting up trust.
Yeah, that's been on social media. It's as if it's something new and you haven't been talking about it for 20 years. But however it takes to get the message out, we will take it. It is circulating, Robert. You are so right.
And people, the way they say it and the way they put it out there, it make a lot of people feel like they're missing out. Like they don't know something, they're missing out. And they feel like I got to get it. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are signing up, getting these trusts and paying $10,000 and $20,000 and $30,000 to set up a trust. And it's overreaching. It sounds good, but mainly when you start talking about trust, it was really designed for people who have a lot of money. Let's get that clear now.
Okay.
It was mainly designed for people who have a lot of money. Now, I ain't talking about just a lot of money, but a lot of money. Okay. That's what
Robert, you and James are frozen. I can hear you. Am I frozen as well?
No, you're not frozen. And I don't see James frozen.
I'm no.
See when it's frozen, that's just that's I don't know.
I can hear you, but it's a still picture.
Well,
that's because he's not moving.
Yeah, that's
is that what it is?
Yeah, what about here? What about now? I wasn't moving, but I hear all three of you. I mean, all two of y'all are not frozen. So as long as you can hear me, that's what's important. Seeing me ain't all that, but hearing me is much more powerful than seeing me.
We want to see your handsome face.
Well, like I say, what the words are coming out of my mouth is much more powerful than how I look. You got to know what's more important. What's more important was what I say. Okay, listen.
Yes, sir.
So I've been hearing people talking about irrevocable trusts, and people are talking about irrevocable life insurance trusts. And I just want to break it down to y'all like a 6-year-old, because some people feel like, nah, we got this we doing it, y'all ain't doing it, and y'all left out, and y'all missing out. So let me tell you, really, now a trust is the most important and powerful vehicle on the planet. It's even more powerful than a corporation. And in America, corporations run the world. Business, corporations, okay? And on top of corporations is trust. Trust, trust. You have two types. Well, you have 100 different types of trusts, but one component of a trust, all these different trusts, is either going to be revocable, a revocable trust, or it's going to be a irrevocable trust. Let's get that down first.
Okay.
We know he's talking about trust, a living trust.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing you want to know, are we talking about a irrevocable trust or just a revocable trust? So one is irrevocable and one is revocable. Now I want to explain this because I want you all to get this down like a 6-year-old. I'm gonna break it down to you real simple so you can repeat it. So, because I need you to repeat this to your loved ones. To revoke something is to take it back. It's like saying, I'm going to give you my car keys, but not permanently. Linda, you can drive my car, but you got to bring my car back because it's still my car. That
So
means
it's being an Indian giver.
Yeah, but I said that one time, and they said that was racist.
Oh,
yeah, they told me I'm old. They told me I can't.
Okay.
I can't
You know
say
what?
that. You know?
Please forgive me, universe.
You're right.
People's. I don't mean that, people. Okay.
Right. That's a derogatory statement. They say.
Thank you for straightening
They
me
told me
out.
I used to use that example, but I don't use that no more. The young people told me that, Dad, don't say that. You know.
Okay. You're right.
Okay, so
right.
Use example. A revocable trust is the same as Linda, you could borrow. I can give you my keys so you can go because your car broke down, and now you use it and you bring my keys back now.
Okay.
That's revocable. And then you have the irrevocable. Is Linda, I'm going to sign the title to my car over to you.
Okay.
And once I give it to you,
I
can't get it back. Because I signed the title over to you. That's called a irrevocable. Irrevocable. IR revocable. One is a revocable, just RE revoke. Give me my stuff back. One is a IR revocable. I can't get it back. You understand?
I got it.
Y'all got that? Those are two.
Yes,
those
sir.
are two important things. Now, let's walk this through like a 6-year-old. Let's say I get a life insurance policy, and I get a life insurance policy. I'm the owner, Robert Henderson, and I'm the insured of my own life insurance policy, and I own the life insurance policy. And I put in $100,000 in this life insurance policy cash value. And every year I put $100,000 into a life insurance policy. Why do I do that? Because it's like a savings account. It gives me 8%, 9%, 10% on my money. And then and it grows tax-free like a Roth. So that's why I put in $100,000 into a life insurance policy. I have access to a life insurance policy. If I drop dead, my wife get $5 million tax-free. And if I'm not dropping dead, and all of a sudden, I've been putting $100,000 in there every year for 10 years, and now it's over $1 million. Matter of fact, it's $1.4 million cash, tax-free. So anytime I need some money, I know I can go there. I don't have to go no loan. I don't need to do that. I don't need to ask nobody. Matter of fact, if I need some money, I ain't got to take no money out of life insurance policy. The insurance company said, if you got some money, we'll give you our money. So they'll give me their money. Isn't that something? But the thing about this life insurance policy, it's my life insurance policy. I'm the owner. Okay. And that's the kind of life insurance policy I have. Most people have. You should have, where you have control of the policy. You have use of the policy. So you have control and you have use. And you have liquidity, meaning that if you need some money, you don't have to have no job, you don't have to have no credit. You save something and you put it in a life insurance policy. It's protected, and you can get your money anytime you want to. If I want to go buy a car, I ain't got to take no money out of my life insurance policy. Insurance company say, "What, you need a car? Here, how much you got in there? How much that car cost? $60,000? Hey, y'all send him that car. Y'all send him that money right quick." And that's how I can
like it.
and I can do it. Okay, now that life insurance policy right now is not in a trust. It's just a life insurance policy. It's not in a trust.
Okay.
On the internet, they're telling people they need to have an irrevocable life insurance policy, trust. Put your life insurance policy in a trust. If I turn around and put that same example and put it inside a trust,
okay,
an irrevocable trust,
can't take it back.
Remember what we said about right?
Right.
Irrevocable. If I take that setup, what I just explained to you all, and transfer that to a trust account for me, that means that now, next year, when I want some money out of it, I can't get it. Because remember, I signed it to who? Not to Linda. I signed the title to a trust.
Trust.
Robert Henderson ain't the man no more. I don't have ownership.
You don't have access to it, even though the policy is on your life?
Nope.
You can't go and get that money and borrow against your own policy, even though it has cash value sitting in it?
Nope. You know why? Because let's go back to the example I gave, Linda. If a revocable, like if you want to borrow my keys to my car,
okay,
I could give it to you because the title is still in my name and it's my car. If I give you my keys, Linda, and you don't bring my car back, I'm gonna call the police on you. And they're gonna come get my car because it's my, they're gonna say stolen. That's right, it's stolen because it's in my name. You follow me? That's revocable. But if I change the title, the ownership from Robert Henderson and put it in Linda Harris' name, and I give it to you and a title in your name, I can't go back and say, hey man, get my car back. I already put the title in there. So let's go back to the example about the life insurance trust, irrevocable life insurance trust. And we're gonna say, why do people do it? Okay, so listen. So now I told you I put $100,000 a year into a life insurance policy. I've been doing this. So now when you put a money into a life insurance and you just get a regular life insurance policy, you have use, you have control, you have liquidity. It's yours and it grows tax-free. And if you die, $5 million go to your family, tax-free. All that's good stuff. So why would and I have use and control? I can take the money anytime I want to. So why on the internet people are talking about this life insurance trust? Why? Because the only reason why you would put a life insurance policy where you sign over and revoke your control of it, you sign your rights over. The only reason why you would ever do that is because you don't want to have that included in your estate when you die. So now I'm going to a higher. Why? Okay, listen. Right now, anybody who net worth is over $13.9 million net worth. You worth that.
Not liquid, not greenbacks.
Not greenback. So let me tell you what estate taxes.
Okay.
That's why this kind of trust really for people who got a lot of money.
Gotcha.
But they selling it on the internet because internet people, everybody want to you ain't got this, nah. But let me tell you what an eyelid irrevocable trust is mainly set up for. It's set up to avoid estate taxes. So let's go over what do you mean, Robert? So my estate, if it's over right now, if it's over 13.9 million, me, my wife, since she's married to me, she has to be over 13.9 million too also. So let's just say let's round out to 14 million. I'm 14 million, my wife get 14 million tax exemption in our extent. So that's $28 million. So if I died and all the stuff that I own, gross amount, all the stuff that I own come up to more than $28 million. Let's say it come up to $30 million. If Robert died and he was worth $30 million.
Okay.
Anything over 28 million, because 14 million for me, exemption, no taxes. Right. The first 14 million for my wife, no taxes. So anything that's over 28 million, so let's say we worth 30 million. That means when I die, the government says the state tax is 2 million because it's 28 million. Robert had 30 million. So that's the first 28 million is exempt. No taxes, no estate tax, no death tax.
Gotcha.
See, when you have a certain amount of money, if you die, there's a tax. But if you poor and broke and don't have no, ain't no tax when you die. Leroy Jones, when he died, ain't nobody, government didn't say he died, got to pay tax on him. Hell, they had to take up a GoFundMe just to get the casket. How you gonna tax him for dying? So y'all ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about no estate tax. If you and your wife is worth $28 million or more, you ain't got to worry about it. They don't care if you die. They couldn't get no taxes out of you when you was alive. So they ain't gonna get no estate tax from you because you ain't got no big estate. Your estate has to be at least, if you husband and wife, $28 million or more. Because the first $28 million
each person, Robert?
Each person is like right now, 14 million. It's 13.9 million. So let's say me and your sister married. Mm-hmm. If I die now, there's not gonna be no estate taxes until she die. Two people gotta die. Because when one spouse die, spouse die, there's no taxes due. Now if I was single, I only have $13.9 million exemption. So if I was single and I wasn't married, but my net worth, all my stuff together, everything I own came more than, was $20 million, then that means after the 13.9, we'll say 14 million, that means the next 6 million I got to pay tax on because I'm single. And that's death tax. So let's go back to
that tax rate at this time, Ron?
It could be at 50%, 40%, 50%.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, 50%.
Yeah.
Government wants half of it. So what happens is a lot of estate tax attorneys and financial advisors, you use an irrevocable, you would put that life insurance that I talked about. If your net worth is 50 million, 100 million, and you die, you have to pay government a lot of taxes. So therefore you want to put it inside of a trust. Now, when you put it inside of an irrevocable trust and you die, you ain't got nothing because I signed the title and everything over to the trust. So now when you die, I don't own nothing. Right. So there ain't no estate taxes because I took everything I had and put it into a trust, which I can't get back. So legally, I don't own it. So now when I die, there ain't no taxes. Where is it at? It's in the trust.
Gotcha.
And then you get a trustee to manage it for your children and the next generations. But you avoid state taxes. Does that make sense, y'all? Or did I complicate that?
No, that was really good. That was really good.
Not only that, Robert, my question would come now for your children, when both of you have joined each other in heaven, how do they manage and handle that, quote unquote, as we use the imaginary 30 million?
Okay, so then upon your death, and even upon your wife. Now, see, when your wife by herself, anytime you got a single person, you need to have a trust upon your death. But while you're alive, you want to be able to give it, take it, operate it. But as soon as you die, it goes right into that irrevocable trust because you can't come back from the grave anyway. How you going to get it back anyway? Because you're dead. So after you die, then put it into an irrevocable trust. Now you have a trustee to manage it from your kids. You could do that.
Your kids are now trust fund babies.
And they trust fund babies, And you also could set it up if you figure your wife just gonna be spendthrift and she just gonna lose her mind too. Then upon your death, it could go into a trust, and then you can have a trustee give your wife an allowance to take care of her for the rest of her life. You could do that. Because a lot of people, you got a wife, but you can't control her.
Robert, Linda ain't going for that. Linda, for somebody else to give her an allowance.
No. You're not going to give me an allowance. I'll give him an allowance so Juicy Lucy won't come in there and enjoy everything we've worked for. But no, we won't do an allowance.
Why would you care if he get Juicy Lucy? You somewhere in heaven, hopefully.
I will be in heaven. Hopefully.
I don't know what
Don't
you
swing
do
at
at
that
night.
pitch.
I don't know what
Don't
you
swing
do
it.
in the dog. I don't know what you do at night. I only see you in the daytime. I don't know what you done did last night.
Don't
So,
swing at that pitch. Don't swing at that pitch. Don't swing at that
that's
pitch.
right. I was
Right.
hey, I can assume nothing. Okay, so a lot of people feeling bad because they don't have no irrevocable life insurance trust, but everything don't belong into an irrevocable life insurance trust because then you can't get access to the money.
Wow.
You want to have it into a regular. Now, if you just had a regular trust, okay, you can do that. Now,
Okay.
so irrevocable, I want you all to understand revocable or irrevocable. Most people need revocable because most people change their mind.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Yeah.
only reason why you would give your stuff away and have no control over it mainly is for taxes purposes. You want to avoid death taxes.
Mhm.
The other thing is you have a strategy. You want to appear like you own nothing. So you want to put your stuff into you don't give it away to an irrevocable trust. And when you give everything, your car, your house, everything into an irrevocable trust, remember what I said at the beginning. An irrevocable trust means you signing a title to your car to somebody else. Trust. You signing a title to your home to someone else. You signing everything to someone else. And a lot of people sign everything over to somebody else. Now, just because you sign all of your assets over to a trust account, that don't mean you poor. On paper, it look like you poor. If you want to get
qualify for Medicaid, right? At that
you can
point.
qualify for Medicaid, right? You can get everything free from the government. You can,
Right.
and there's a lot of
Because I
there's a
don't
lot
own
of
anything.
because you don't own anything. Matter of fact, if somebody come to sue you, you don't own anything because everything that you own is in a trust. Now you running your mouth. We see you with designer clothes on. We see you driving a nice car and all that, but you don't own it. You just using somebody's car. That's all. But it belongs to the trust. Now, there's a strategy for that because you're protected against lawsuits, creditors, because you don't own nothing. So when the attorney get ready to sue you, you look and see you don't own nothing. That's not even your car. But some people don't care as long as they get to drive it. You get on the airplane, you don't have to own it as long as you fly it. James, I want to get on your yacht. I don't want to buy no yacht. As long as it's your yacht, James, I want to get on your yacht. Linda, I don't want to take care of no airplane. As long as it's your airplane, I'm fine. It's your airplane. You got to deal with the maintenance. And some people like that. They don't want to own nothing. That way you can't take nothing from them. If you don't own nothing, nobody can never take nothing from you. So there's a lot of wealthy people that set up their estate where they personally don't own nothing, but they have a great life because the trust accounts own them.
Gotcha.
And the trust account take care of them and give them everything they need.
But they can't get it back.
But now, Rob, I gotta ask this. But when you're setting that up, you must set that up in such a way that you can benefit from it monthly or you can get dividend because you've got to have money to live as you put those monies. And there are times when you may need a large amount of money.
Well, there's trust accounts that you can set up where they will actually pay you. Matter of fact, you can actually give a gift and donate and get a tax deduction for something. You know how you give clothes to United Way and or Goodwill. You can actually donate stock. You can actually donate a whole lot and get a tax deduction like you donated it, and then turn around the people who you donated to. They got to give you an allowance for the rest of your life. Yes. Now when they say allowance, they say they're gonna pay you $100,000 for the rest of your life. That's a trust. They're gonna say, and then every year they're gonna give you 3% raise or whatever, 5% raise. Next year they're gonna pay you $105,000. You can set it up like that, yes. And
Okay.
you can set up, but a lot of people set up and they'll take everything they own, put it in trust, just so they won't have to pay no taxes on their Social Security.
Wow.
And
You don't live off Social Security.
I don't know if I want that trade-off, losing control. I
That's
just
right.
have to pay Uncle Sam. I don't know. Now that you've made it so clear, great explanation. I got it. I'm crystal clear. I can make an informed decision and not something that sounds good on the social media. And once I know the facts and can make an informed decision, I'll pay Uncle Sam. I do not want to lose control over my assets that I worked hard for and put it in an irrevocable trust, have a trustee, and maybe my sister, and I may get mad at her. And then I may want to change it, but once it's in that irrevocable, I cannot.
That's right.
Don't want to lose control. And now that I know the facts, and I hope people out there hearing it, you can make an informed decision. One of the most famous cases was Anna Nicole Smith. When she had that billionaire, he signed over an irrevocable. It was in litigation for many years, and the family and her finally settled, and she ended up dying, and her son died, and now her little girl, it's a trust fund baby. But yeah, that was one of the most famous cases that really made me pay attention to irrevocable. And his family had a fit, but there was nothing they could do.
Well, I want to talk about it because I have people, they'll call me and they say they set up a irrevocable trust, and they paid $20,000 for it, but but they're not rich, they're not wealthy. So a lot of the people who hearing this on social media about all these different trusts and all these different stuff, it really it sounds good, but you want to use it correctly. It's like if somebody tell you can buy a F14 or F-15 jet fighter plane. And you can buy it, but you can't use that and go down I-95 in traffic. It's not for I-95. You can't take the jet fighter plane and go down I-75. Driving.
Gotcha.
It's traffic, and it's a powerful vehicle. You overreaching, you don't need it. But so a lot of people are peddling and selling this stuff and telling them, hey man, you need to get a trust. You need to get, an eyelid, irrevocable trust, a life insurance trust. I mean, and they overreaching and they selling it. They charge people $10,000, $20,000, and people are doing that. It has to, it has to fit you. You have, most people don't even want to save no money, man. Most people are spending all their money. Most people still putting in, here it is 2024, and people still putting in $50 a month for retirement. Yeah, people, or some people still only putting in $50 a pay period. They get paid twice a month, and they putting in $100 a month for retirement. Now think about $100 a month for retirement. That's $1,200 a year. In 10 years, you do that, you only got $12,000. Damn it, you spent $12,000, especially if you come down to South Florida. There ain't no retirement.
No.
And then
not
in 20
even in
years,
trailer home. No, you can't even get in the trailer home.
Yeah, you gotta get you a double wide. But listen. So most people are not. When I say most people, I'm very serious. We're living in a social media oasis, Facebook oasis, that make other people appear to be so much more than you, and people are really depressed. But don't be depressed, because most people are credit card out. Most people got a lot of debt. The one thing that you should get I'm gonna tell you something. One thing that you should not do is be envious of nobody. Because everybody that got something worked hard as hell at it.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
And you say you want that. You dream. You sound like a little boy, little girl. When we used to be shorties, say, well, that's my car. That's my car. Sitting on the stoop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people, especially here in South Florida, you see so many people running around here in Bentley, Rolls Royce. Man, they people leasing them cars. And they paying $1,200-$1,500 a month for it, just to look a certain way. Them the same people that's gonna be poor and broke later on, because they're doing it right now. So don't be envious of nobody. You got to get yourself right, and you got to start saving your money. Stop doing what others doing. Majority of people, ask yourself, are the majority of people rich and wealthy? No. So you can't do what the majority of people do because they are fantasies. The Wizard of Oz. It's La La Land. So let's get back to this living trust. Okay, a living trust is totally different from an irrevocable trust. A living trust means that you're going to put your money inside, you're going to put your assets inside of a trust. You still have control. You have control. So Linda, like you said, you wouldn't put your money or put your assets in an irrevocable trust because you're going to change your mind.
Exactly. It's not for me. It's not for me.
So putting it in an irrevocable trust, there's some good things about it. There's some pointers in it. The pointers is mean that you don't own nothing and you can't get sued. I mean, you can get sued, but they don't, nobody can't take nothing from you because you say you don't have nothing because it's in a trust. So that's the good thing about it. It's also good for estate tax. You ain't got to pay no estate tax because you don't own nothing. You acting like you're poor and broke. So that's good. But the trade-off is you don't have control no more. All right.
Okay.
A regular trust, a revocable trust. You have control. You really do. But if somebody want to sue you, you can't go to court. You can't go to court and say it ain't yours. Because remember, you have control. It is yours.
Gotcha.
That's the trade-off. The trade-off, you do have control, but you don't have no protection.
And I'm thinking as you saying getting sued. I'm like, I'm a good person. Why would I get sued? I don't bother nobody. I'm not living a life of crime. But then again, stuff happens. You know what I mean?
Somebody want what you got.
Somebody want what you got. That's what I had. Was like, why you keep saying sued? I ain't about that life. But stuff happens. Yeah.
Stuff happens. And if you worry about getting sued, all you have to do is create a limited liability corporation, which is an LLC, and have two people, not just you, but have somebody else as a member. Have two members. That'll cut them out right there. LLC.
That's the route I've taken. And as you know, it's my first time owning a property in my name. And
you sure did, but you was pretty smart with that. Did you know how smart you was being, or you just fell into it?
I just fell into it. Oops! I just stumbled into it.
Look, this is Linda first time owning some property for a long time. Linda just owned rental property. Now people paying her.
3 years. I've never had anything in my name.
Isn't that something, y'all? She never had anything in her name. You were doing some defense. This is the first time owning property.
Yeah.
In your personal name.
This high-rise condo I'm in now is in my name, and it felt weird. It felt like, oh Jesus, the bill coming in my name. Because the bill coming in my name and not a business name, and the mortgage all in my name. Like, but it is what it is. But yeah, it was very interesting. Last 3 years. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're worrying about a lawsuit, all you gotta do is have a limited liability corporation. That's what LLCs are for. Most people don't understand how to use LLCs, but it's for liability protection. Somebody slip and fall. Somebody say Linda got a lot of money. She's on, she's Robert's sister-in-law with understanding money, so she got a lot of money. Let's go sue her. But they run into her LLC. It's a brick wall, and especially since she's not the only person on the LLC. In order to get money out of LLC, if you want to sue a member of the LLC, if it's one member, you can attack that person. But if it's two members, then if you try to attack that member can give all of their interest in the LLC to the other member. So now when you try to attack her, she ain't own nothing. She ain't got nothing because the LLC said, okay, since you've been sued, we ain't gonna give you no benefits. You ain't getting no dividends. You ain't getting no income, Linda. So now you poor, even though you're an LLC, but now you just transfer all of your benefits to the other member. So now when an attorney try to sue you, Linda, we gonna say, okay, what you want? We want to see what Linda got in this corporation, this LLC? Oh, she ain't got nothing. We took everything from her. And then they fall flat.
Right.
That's some slick stuff. Them white people good, boy.
Hey, Rob. Now you gotta speak to the point that I know many people have heard this, that most attorneys don't want to litigate LLCs.
That's right, because it's a waste of time. Like I said, okay, so let's just say Linda let's say me, Linda, and James T, we own a business and we put it under the LLC. And all of a sudden somebody want to sue Robert Henderson. Linda and James say, okay, we're gonna have, oh, Robert, you just got a notice that somebody want to sue you. So we own this business and we making money. So Linda, let's have a board meeting. Board member, he. We declare that Robert Henderson, since he being sued, there's no more benefits for him. We ain't giving him no more money from this business. He ain't getting no more dividends. We ain't doing nothing. And we're going to do that until this lawsuit is over. So they do a minutes and they do a vote and they say, Robert Henderson, you can't benefit from the corporation right now because you're being sued and we don't want them to come to us. So we're going to have this board meeting and we're going to declare that Robert Henderson benefits out of this LLC will be no longer given to him. It'll remain in the corporation. So now when attorneys come and attack me, you're going to go to court and they're going to say, okay, Robert, we want to get your benefits and get your shares and get your benefits out of LLC because the LLC that you and James T and Linda is a profitable business. So we want to get some money too. We suing you. And I'm going to say, well, they just both voted that I ain't getting nothing. So then the lawyer said, Lord Jesus, waste of time. And the lawyer drop off.
Yeah, because most people suing you don't want to pay legal fees, and the lawyer not going to work for free, and because it's kind of complicated to penetrate a LLC. But again, when you're talking about, is there a certain age group that's better than others? The younger people, as they're assembling their assets and their wealth and becoming richer, and they're making moves, and then they're 27, 28, 29, and then 30. And is there a specific age or to get a trust, whether it's irrevocable or revocable, or is it solely about your net worth? Forget the age. It's about how much money you have.
Well, you got to be an adult, to sign legal documents, first of all. So you got to be, can't be 10, you got to be a certain age, and it could be adult to be able to sign a legal document in the country. Okay. So once you're an adult, then you can sign it. So as long as you have a certain amount of money, like you have a rapper or entertainer, Flocka Waka Waka or whatever. Yeah, child movie star, whoever it is, or somebody who's, 19, 21 years old and they're in the NBA or NFL, and all of a sudden they're making $5 million and that sort of thing. And they're single. Then they need to have some sort of estate planning because young people are dropping dead just like older people now. You know what I mean?
My goodness, yes.
They take the wrong pill, did the wrong thing in the wrong place at the wrong time, and bam, they don't wake up. They have a heart attack.
Yeah.
You just touched on something that I'm hoping we'll have a whole session on, and that is there are a lot of young people, quote unquote, that's earning good money now. And what is the wisdom of how to handle that? When should they start preparing? And most of them think, I have plenty of time. But like you said, we don't know how much time we have, and we don't know the situations that we're going to face. So to those young people, and many young people now are inheriting from family members, whether it's father, mother, grandmother, uncle, help them out a little bit in saying at least when should they, because I believe when you have any money, you need to check out a financial planner. Any money.
Yes.
And when you have no money, you really need to check out a financial planner so you'll know that you do have something of value that you can turn into earnings.
Those are the ones I'm seeing driving around in the Porsches and the Teslas and what's that truck, that funny looking truck, cyber truck. I mean, if I see one more young person in the little cyber truck, I'm like, where do they get the money from? And why is that important to you? So I agree, James. I mean, it's something to discuss. Hopefully they'll listen.
Well, it's everything is timing, everything is timing. And we all know that even though we all have ears, everybody can't hear. Even though we have eyes, everybody can't see. I believe that, it's a gift from God if you can see and if you can hear. And everybody just don't, everybody just don't have it. You can have two twin brothers, one will do this and the other one will do that. You can't make a person. And that's why I don't go after first generation money, because that's the hardest money. When someone who ain't had no money, all of a sudden they win $10 million, you can't tell them nothing, because they feel like they ain't gonna never run out of money, and whatever you saying, it don't matter because they got $10 million. So that's kind of hard. It's a mental thing. You know, dealing with money is a psychological thing. It really is a mental thing. How you feel and what you think and what you believe really directs your life. It sets the path for your life and whatever they believe. So talking to a young person, I have young people that 27 years old, and they got 67-year-old souls. They like, man, I want to save all my money. Henderson, tell me what to do. I'm doing it. I have those, but then I do have some that, you know, I don't have them, but they've come to me and they're like, hey, you know, I'm making all this money and hey, I'm young. I'm gonna spend it all while I can, you know. So it's different mindset, you know. But the important thing is that here is help. You know, the early bird gets the worm every time. The sooner you start planting the seed, the better. The sooner you start investing your money wisely, the better, because you have more time for it to grow more.
Right.
You know, time is there. I always talk about TIME. Time is, boy, that thing right there is a powerful thing that I think is mostly really misunderstood by 95% of people. Understand the benefits of time. You can get money back. Time, you can't get money back. Time you can't get back. Money can come, money can go, but you can't get TIME back. Time. Right. So, you know, you have to understand how time is very valuable, because you can start as long as you have enough time. You know, you got a football game and you losing, the football team is losing, and all of a sudden they got their mojo back. They coming back and they come like they're gonna win, but they're out of time. They would have won, but they're out of time. The clock ran out. Have you ever seen that? Oh, they was about to score, but the clock ran out. Time. They need more time. So close. Time. The time, man. The time. That's why time, you know, for the new year, man, I think we really need to focus on time. How are you spending your time? You can act a fool, but if you got a lot of time, you got enough time to straighten up. But if you mess and just spend all your money, here you are, you're 60 years, you've been making money, you done blew all of it. Now you want to retire, you 60 years old, you want to retire at 65. You got 5 more years. Then you say you want to retire. You got to do some hump time.
We talk about this toward the end of the year, every year, Robert, every year. And it seems once we get the statistics on the state of American and the state of debt and the state of this, it doesn't change. And we talk about this and we talk about it. And I don't know if it's a Miami thing. I don't know, you know, that the fact that we want to live a certain way, no matter what, like it's in our blood. We have this incestuous relationship with lifestyle. But we talk about it and we give the information, and we have the Understanding Money show, and it's free. You don't have to join a subscription like that online information. We're not trying to upcharge you, but it seems like the stats the needle don't move. The needle does not move.
Yeah, because there's some people that you can talk to them till you're blue in the face, but they're not going to. You know, that dog won't hunt. Islam Gruber asked a very good question here in the chat. She says, hey, Rob, do tariffs affect life insurance policy? Boy, I tell you, that's a good question. And Islam, absolutely no. Tariffs don't have no effect on no life insurance policy. That's where I hide out at. That's where I hide out at. That's where I put my money at. I'm telling you, cash value life insurance. But I'm gonna tell you something. Tariffs will affect the stock market, because in corporations, earnings are less because they have to pay more and people ain't buying stuff. That means that the stocks can come down. Now, I ain't saying
life insurance is tied to the market, so indirectly it affects it, no?
Well, it depends on how you play it, because you can put it into the fixed account and get 5% guaranteed. It ain't affecting the market. You follow me? Yeah. So so you're gonna be pretty much. Here's one thing about Section 7702 code and the tax code. That's Section 7702 in the tax code.
You better state that statute. Yes.
That's Section 7702. Yes, that is page 7,702. That's that page. Most people ain't reading the 300-page book. This section right here that says insurance companies tax-free and what it can do and do what it do that I like, that's on page 7,702. Section. That's amazing, right? That right there I don't care who in the office. I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat. That's something that they ain't gonna touch. You never hear, because first of all, the general public don't even know about that code 7702. If y'all Google 7702, it'll tell you about what a life insurance policy can do. It's creditor proof, lawsuit protected, cash value growing. Oh my God! And if you set it up right, it's going to the moon. And when you do die, it's tax free. I don't know no other product that you can have your cake and eat it too, and have control, liquidity, and benefits like that. I just don't know. And I'm gonna tell you something. Most people, when they learn about it, it's too late, because when you get around 70 years old, it get expensive, but it's still good. So most people, man, I don't know any other product that you can put a dollar in and get, $10 value right away, or put $1 in and get $1,000 back. I don't know anything that, and I'm a certified financial planner, and I done been through, stockbroker license, insurance license, real estate license, all kind of stuff. I done searched the globe trying to find it, and I found it. And I'm telling you, it's that IUL. That thing is something else. But anyway, most people don't understand how to use trust, or when to use irrevocable trust. And I'm telling you something, when you put your money inside a eyelid irrevocable life insurance trust, you don't have access anymore. The trustee does, and it can't really use it for your benefit. It has to be used for the benefit of the loved ones after you die. So you got to be careful. You got, you got to understand, and then stop going for these people talking all this stuff, all this sophisticated stuff on social media and on Instagram, telling you they're just trying to charge you $10,000 and $20,000. People are paying it, but it's no use to you. You first got to get your network and your financial life in order. You got to save more money. You got to invest wisely. You got to understand. There's a strategy that I use here at the Henderson Financial Group. And first of all, we can tell you, we ask you, do you know how much money that you're going to need in order to retire? Most people don't know. We calculate and said, let me look at all what you have. Tell me when you want to retire, and I can tell you what interest rate you need to be getting in order to live the same lifestyle. I can tell you how much money you should be saving each month in order to continue to live the way you living right now for the rest of your life after you retire. I also could tell you, well, if you don't do what I tell you to do, and if you don't do what I'm telling you need to do, I'm gonna tell you how much you're gonna have to cut back in order to live your same lifestyle. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to give up that vacation. You ain't gonna be able to go on no more cruises 20 years from now. I can tell you that, but wouldn't you want to know? You should seem like you want to know. Hey, Rob, I'm getting ready to retire. Do I have enough to sit home and watch Netflix and relive the rest of my life on what I have? I'm gonna say, no, you need to work 3 more years. Why? Because this is what the computer, this is what mathing. It's saying that you need to work 3 more years. You need to make 5 more years. It says that you need to have this. This is your lifestyle. And if you say, listen, I need $8,000 a month to live on. Well, that's $8,000 a month right now. Do you know 24 years from now, the 8,000 right now is going to be equivalent to 16,000. But if you're still living off 8,000, that means 24 years, your 8,000 is going to need to be pushing the weight of 16,000. It's going to double every 24 years. So if you stuck getting that same amount of money in 24 years, you're going to be broke and poor, because time value of money mean that $10,000 a day is not going to have the same purchasing power. It's not going to be able to lift and support you the same way it's going to do right. $10,000 a day will not be able to provide you with the lifestyle that you have 20 years from now. Because 20 years from now, 10,000 is going to need to be 20,000. In other words, when you was buying a stamp for 25 cents 40 years ago, 50 years ago, it was 25 cents. Today, if you try to take that 25 cents and buy a stamp, you can't mail that letter because it costs 73 cents. You're like, well, how they change the price? They change the price. It's called inflation. It's called the cost of living. That's why you have to keep your money, got to keep on going. You can't spend your future dollars that you need to have to turn into double for 25. You can't spend them right now. You need to plant some of that money. So when 20 years go by, your $8,000 is going to be equivalent to $16,000. You got to do that. And most people don't understand that. They do not understand that. And it's not, you got to be a genius and now you got to think.
Well, obviously.
Hey, Linda. Linda, guess what? Guess what a young person just thought? What's a stamp? What's a stamp?
Oh, that is so true, James.
I'm saying, hey,
wow, I didn't think about that.
That's so. What if young people? Hey, what's a stamp?
They will Google it because they don't know. Yeah,
Rob, it is so true to use an analogy to say because the 24-year-old don't know what the cost of things were 24 years ago, but now that 48-year-old, they may be saying, "I made a mistake, and I need to make a change," and the time to make the change is right now. The Henderson Financial Group is a great place for you to check in with, so that you can check in to get a checkup. Doesn't mean that you're gonna Robert's gonna do surgery on you, but believe me, you do need to get a checkup, and you need to start thinking because I'll wrap up my little thought with this. The one thing that I find so many people that get hit with that they're unprepared for, and that is medical emergencies.
Ooh.
Yeah. Medical emergency. Ooh. Medical emergency. Most people they get hit and they don't know that. But my IUL, see that same life insurance policy, it accounts for medical emergencies. Isn't that something? That it accounts. That's why I like it. It's like a Swiss Army knife. That's why I like it because it's it covers a lot of areas, just in case.
That really can throw your finances off kilt in an instant. An instant. The way people drive around here and just it really can disrupt your life. So another reason why we got to get that financial house in order, and hopefully 2025 will be the year. I got to tweak a couple things too. I'm no longer, and let me make this announcement right now, I'm no longer looking for a husband.
What? What you looking for? You looking for a wife? I mean, hey,
don't swing it there with Linda. Don't swing it
bitch. I was saying that, Linda, because I want everybody to be clear.
No, I gotta tweak.
We living in an age where love is love, so you got to be clear. Okay. You're no longer looking for a significant other?
No, I think it'll have to fall from the sky. I think I'm going to tweak my estate a little more, make a couple moves, make some shots and stuff, and just kind of tweak it a little bit so that it doesn't matter that he's no longer coming in on the white horse, no longer a two income household. And I'm good. I'm good with that. I just got to tweak a couple things. You know what I mean?
You saying you're not. I don't understand. You say you're not looking for a husband no more. I'm trying to figure what I used to
declare. I would declare I will get married. I will get married. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to start accepting dates. I'm going to stop saying I'm so busy. Not so much anymore. So it'll have to fall from the sky.
Linda, you're about to. I was gonna say now you're about to be blessed because when you removed it from your hand and gave it to the universe, he's about to bless you. He's about to.
I've washed my hands.
When you ain't trying, when you ain't doing the picking, when you ain't picking them, and let the universe pick them.
Well, I do know I'll be tweaking some things, and
now when you let the universe pick them, you can't say they got to be tall, dark, and handsome, and curly hair, and all that kind of stuff. You know, you got to, you got to take what the universe said. This is right for you.
I got to take what the universe says is right. Interesting statement. I got to take.
I mean, yeah, okay, okay, that's strong. You don't have to do nothing, but a lot of times when it comes, you least expect it. It's gonna be right for you, but they might not have a six-pack. They might not have a six-pack, but everything else you need, it's gonna be right on time.
Well, I'm open to that.
Okay, all right.
That's good. That's good. That's good. You open to that. All right. Now, Islam said, she's talking about life insurance. Is it if it doesn't affect rates of coverage? No, life insurance. What affects life insurance is your medical condition and your age, your health and your age. Really, what affects it a lot is your medical condition. And really your age. The older you get, life insurance costs more. And let me say this about life insurance. Life insurance is a product that's a test of time. You have to be disciplined in order to benefit from a life insurance strategy. Let me say that again. I gotta be this clear. You have to be disciplined to really benefit all the wonderful benefits of a life insurance strategy. Okay, you know, every shade tree that we see and that we say beautiful tree, you know, from the redwoods to nice oak trees, those trees are beautiful and they give you shade. It took a while. That didn't happen overnight for those trees to have deep roots, to be strong, and for them to actually give you shade. That took time. That's the trade-off. So I'm saying, as a metaphor, life insurance strategies, they all take time. And if you are hurry up to get rich type of mentality person, then you won't deal with life insurance, because even though 10 years going to go by and you'll wish you had her, that's when the benefits all life insurance really, you see them show up in the fruits and everything. You like, oh, now I see. It takes about 10 years for you to see the wonderful fruits of a life insurance policy. So if you got to hurry up, get rich, you'll miss it every time. You'll miss it every time. You'll never have a tree to have shades and they give you fruits where you can sit under for generations to come. That's what a life insurance policy is. You gotta sit back and be patient and let time go by. You can't stop time. 10 years coming. And if you say, man, 10 years too long, you're gonna be dead. Well, good. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about no traffic. You ain't got to worry about no bills. If you dead, you good. The problem is, and the risk is, what if you not dead and you still alive and you didn't get that life insurance policy 10 years ago that's now flourishing and blooming and giving you all kind of stuff, giving you all kind of benefits. And then you say, oh, I see now why Henderson told me to get that. That's the point of life insurance. So life insurance is one of the greatest products ever existed for mankind. It's been, people just don't understand it. When I got my life insurance license, I think it was 1982, 83. I thought it was like drinking Kool-Aid water. I didn't want that. I wanted the spice. I wanted the fancy stuff, stockbrokers, real estate and all that. Only to come back later on in life to feel like, damn, it was there all the time. Just didn't understand it. Just thought it was just for death, but it's not for death. It used to be for death. Some policies are just for death, which we don't like those. I like the kind that gives you stuff while you're alive, benefits while you're alive. You can control it. You can have liquidity. So it come a long, long way. But listen, if you want to know more, got to get involved, man. You got to stop saying, okay, I'm thinking about it. You got to make that move, because time, TIME, is going by. And every time, every second you waste, man, you behind. You a day late and dollar short. And you getting older. And life insurance and knowledge, I tell you, man, you better make it happen now. Call 305-825-1444. 305-825-1444. My good friend Mario in Sedona. Hey, Linda, Mario is in Sedona, Arizona. Boy, that place, if y'all never been to Sedona, man, it's like being on the moon. That's one of the most beautiful places I've seen in the whole country. I went to Sedona and I came out like, what am I? I thought I was on the moon. Mario says, I bought my home through my life insurance policy. Loan feature. That's right. He did. He really did. Mario is a man. Are you talking about somebody on this game? You thinking, boy, that dude, their network, boom, 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 boom. I've watched it. Oh, man. I'm so proud of you, Mario. Thank you. I love you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving and Happy New Year, because I know you're going to have a good New Year. All right. That's my story. That's all I got.
All right.
All right. Good enough.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
No. James got to pray for us, Linda.
Of course. I was just going to say that.
No. Hey, Linda can pray. Linda can pray for us.
Absolutely, I can. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we ready.
Lord, thank you for another Thanksgiving. We are so anointed with your graciousness, God. Thank you for Robert's wisdom. James, thank you for safe travels to you and for bringing attention to what you deem is important. I want to just say thank you, God, for my life, for having time and giving me time to be with my family. May the listeners listen with open ears and continue to trust us and to give us a call, because, God, we know we're here to do your will and your will only. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Woo,
Amen.
Good stuff. Amen. Linda, you going to ride with us next week? James and I, we're going to travel up to Warner Robins. I talked to the mayor, and they got some good stuff. So they said next week, Wednesday. I know.
You got to give me the dates, because I got a couple meetings for Casa de Linda that I don't want to miss.
But it's on the 4th. The 4th. I think that's Wednesday.
Rob, we're still on live.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said that prayer.
Threw you off. Threw you off.
Threw me off, man. I tell you, after that prayer, I thought we was going. I ain't hit the button.
Yeah, take us off.
Yeah. Matter of fact, people posting amen. Hey, love y'all.
Have a great Saturday.
Have a great weekend. I love y'all. Take care. Same time. All right. Peace, love, happiness. You gotta go.